Yes, come in. I'm so glad you made it. Yes, I didn't know that you necessarily would. Wonderful. Wonderful. How are you feeling today? Okay. Better than usual, but still a little bit off. A little bit of that inflammation going on. Yes, I read. In the form you filled out. Mm-hmm. Well, that's why we're here, right? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I'm so glad you made it because honestly, I feel quite confident that I can help you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so make yourself comfortable. I'd like you to feel completely at home. Are you warm enough in here? Is the temperature okay? Good. I'm glad you feel comfortable. All right. So, I know you sent some of this information on the form, but there's a few things that I'd just like to add if you're comfortable. Okay. I'll just type your... Yes. Okay. So, how did you hear about us? Word of mouth. Okay. Mind me asking, you don't have to disclose this, but if you feel comfortable letting us know who told you about us? Oh, yeah. That makes me so happy. How did you meet them? Ah, health conference. Oh, cool. So you must already be sort of into the holistic stuff. Kind of played in this realm for a little while already. Alright, coolio. Yeah. Oh, we've been good friends a long time. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, didn't ask how long you've been experiencing these symptoms for. Okay. And is that... Do you experience these symptoms on and off, or quite consistently? Okay, that makes sense, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no worries. You're doing really well. Yeah. Yeah, I can tell you're already putting great care into yourself, so that's lovely to see. Lovely to work with someone like you. Yes, and I'll give you a few tools that will definitely help the recovery and continuation of health. Yes. How's your sleep? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, mostly good. Just some nights, yeah, when the inflammation is right. Okay, I can give you a sort of meditation body scan that will help in the mornings as well as at night to reduce some of that inflammation and create some more fluidity. Yes. Well, you can use it at any point of the day, really. But I like to do it in the morning to start the day. a little bit in the evening. Yeah. Wonderful. Yes. Okay. Okay. Have you noticed any correlation between your emotional or psychological state and the symptoms? Okay, that's very astute of you. Yeah, a lot of the times that can go unnoticed, so good job. Yeah. Yes, so you could have a holding pattern due to something emotional, and when that particular trigger gets activated, it can cause you to unconsciously hold on a little tighter, whether you recognize it or not. Yeah. So you do notice that already. All right, cool. Very, very astute. Yes. Yes, of course. And definitely, definitely that could be causing some tension in your lower back and therefore pulling on certain vertebrae. Yes, and then pulling the whole lower back out of alignment. So, yes. And you notice when you're not worried about that in particular, it softens. All right, well, we're already halfway there. Okay. So, I'm going to refer you to this oil as well. Hold on. All right. So I'll keep that there. Lastly, what was I going to ask you? Oh yes, any injuries or traumas, or even little bumps of the head or falls that you may not consider an injury over the time of this inflammation? Yeah. Right. But nothing major, just a little bump. And after that, the inflammation got quite a bit more activated, okay? Yes, of course. Sometimes an injury can definitely bring forth such challenges. However, sometimes an injury can be a blessing in disguise where you might have already been carrying this tension for quite some time, or building up a holding pattern since even childhood. And then the fall will just kind of bring to your consciousness what you might not have felt in the first place, and therefore help you to face it head on and heal it so it doesn't become an issue that is long lasting and more problematic in the future. So yeah, obviously it's not helpful, but it is at the same time. Okay? thank you. That's very helpful. So, as I was saying, I do want to refer you to this. This is just a little kind of more external aid, but it is the Pranaram Warming Muscle Rescue Oil. And it's all natural, and I found this to be very helpful as a kind of secondary aid to the biodynamic practices that I'll be giving you, so you can empower yourself, if you will. Yes, so if you'd like, I can send you home with a bottle of this. Yeah, you'd like to smell it, sure. Yeah. Very beautiful scent. It's relaxing and helps from an aromatherapy standpoint as well. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Yes, I'd also like to share with you another product that can assist alongside the practices. Is this for the bathtub? It's pure magnesium flakes. You just put about 2 cups in the bathtub and take a bath for 20 minutes in warm water. Not too hot necessarily, and can sort of soften you up and take a lot of the tension out. Definitely some pain relief there, and some stress relief too. So these can be very helpful. Spa-like treatment. Now we can move on to the meditation practice. Feels lighter already, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Oh yes, you personally are sensitive to the sage. You are a very sensitive one. Wonderful. All right. So, what we want to do with this meditation is to bring you into a state, if not into as close as possible to homeostasis, which is your natural state of being. So, this meditation will help you to become more aware, so that we can receive information from all of the body, relax the nervous system so that it is also more receptive to all of the beautiful sensations of life, to release all blockages and holding patterns, as well as emotional and psychological traumas, big and small, which will then also allow the skeletal structure to more easily align itself. So instead of pushing on the bones or manipulating the bones too much, we are softening the body so that alignment happens on its own, because all of the things that are in the way of alignment can be relieved, if that makes sense. Wonderful then. Okay, so I'll invite you to close your eyes. And begin to allow yourself to breathe more naturally, and allow yourself to use your exhales to relieve yourself of tension. So when you inhale, prepare to exhale, feeling all of your body, becoming aware of anywhere you might be carrying tension, and surrendering this tension through your breath. You can ask the earth to take it for you if you'd like. And audibly exhaling, you can make sounds if you'd like. Just truly taking the time to be still, giving this gift to yourself because you're so worthy. A few more breaths. You can continue to use your breath this way throughout the practice. Now start to settle into yourself, feeling your pelvis, so rooting your pelvis on to the stable point on which you sit. I invite you to relax all the muscles of the pelvic floor, seeing if you can send a signal to that part of your body to just soften and let go, whether it be a little or a lot, a little or a lot. Just soften, soften, and softening the belly, and really bringing your attention to all the muscles in the pelvic region. So, now feeling your lower back, see if you can feel your lumbar spine. That's the lower portion of your spine. And soften, soften, soften. All that is around the lumbar spine. Zooming in to the vertebrae of your lumbar spine. knowing that even if this is subtle and a little bit alien at first, your body is actually responding to you taking the time to listen more deeply than ever before. The body's intelligence is listening whether your mind quite gets it or not, seeing what it's like to think with your body first. So imagine, instead of thinking about what your lower back feels like through your mind, you are feeling from the lumbar spine first. And then bringing this consciousness, softness, and awareness to the thoracic spine, the middle portion of your spine, moving up through the thoracic cage. And seeing if you can slow down and tune in enough to feel some of the functioning of your organs, or at least to just feel these areas, perhaps softening the digestive system. You are now softening the digestive system, feeling if there's any detectable tension in the lower or higher digestive system, in the solar plexus, and the nerve cluster over here that can send a lot of nervous signals through the digestive system and giving some of that to the earth. Would you like to hold on to that? No, thank you. No need to. Then soften. And remember, if you feel any emotional memories or simply sensations come up as you're feeling your body, allow them to pass through for your healing and liberation. Sending a signal to all vertebrae in the thoracic spine, softening and coming up to the cervical spine. It's up here, softening the connection between the thoracic and cervical spine. And just softening the neck. Barely moving, but allowing a little bit of micro adjusting to happen if it wants to, from the body itself rather than from the mind. Feeling into that cervical spine, creating space and opening. Softness, feeling into the muscles of your neck, coming around to the sternum, back down here, and sending a signal to the sternum to relax and soften any tension. Soften any tension in the sternum and the heart. Softening the rib cage. Feeling, imagining that you can open up microscopically as if it were a sponge. Your rib cage opening lightly to the left, lightly to the right, opening the backs of your rib cage like two wings, and the front of your rib cage expanding, expanding, and making room for your lungs to relax. And your heart beat more freely, peacefully, passionately, sweetly, healthily. Feeling into the sides of the neck and all these muscles, making their way down to the shoulders. Feel if there's any tension here. Just come in with your awareness. See how much you can soften. And allow the muscle to do the least amount possible. Softening, softening so that the bone structure isn't so pushed and pulled by these holding patterns of the muscles. We're softening them and easing off and lightening up our load. So the spine has room and the bones have room to realign themselves into the most intelligent, relaxed positioning. We are finding a place between effort and ease on the axis, there where you and the universe are in perfect alignment. We're going to now feel the cranium, the skull, the head, and allow it to softly balance on top of the cervical spine, and only with micro movements, if any, feel the cranium balance on to the cervical spine. Seeing if you can release yourself to a point of stillness. Seeing how you can have your cranium held up onto the cervical spine with the least amount of effort possible. Continuously making the lightest little shifts, barely visually perceivable, perceptible, super lightly moving the neck and head like a balance, like this, but even less visually in view. See if you can feel the bottom of the back of your skull, and imagine once again that the material is a sponge that you can soften and expand. Feeling the left side of your head and softening the left side of your jaw. Really committing to this, not just thinking about it, but truly bringing that awareness to every little piece to find more peace. And softening the right side of the jaw, feeling, surrendering. Feeling the back of your cranium. And once again, imagining that you can soften the material of your cranium like a sponge, and expanding it backwards and out. So that all fluids can have space to flow. Feeling the temple on the left side, softening it and expanding it out to the left. And feeling the right side, the right temple, softening, 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 and expanding it to the right. And feeling now the crown of your head, the top of your cranium, softening it and opening it up to the sky. Feeling any tension soften. Becoming very curious as to where you might feel points of more tension. Any tingling sensations or movement of energy. And bringing this awareness to the forehead. Consciously relaxing and softening the muscles of the forehead, feeling deeply where we might be holding facial expressions, as I do in the forehead, and microscopically going in and sending a signal to the forehead and the muscles all in the eyebrow to just lay off and not do anything between the eyes. Feeling the cheekbones softening, even the nose, just bringing awareness. And then feeling the eyes, the right eye, the left eye, and feeling how the muscles hold these eyes, coming into the right eye, bringing all your curiosity and attention here. I'd love you to soften the muscles that hold the eye. Tell them there's no need to squeeze, no need to hold on so tightly. And allow the right eyeball to soften and sink into the right eye socket, relaxing the muscles all around in the eyebrow, in this area, and coming to the left eye, sending a signal because you are empowered to communicate with your body, to soften the muscles holding the left eye, and allowing it to sink into the left eye socket, relaxing the muscles all around, and relaxing the back and the whole of the tongue, letting go all the muscles in the face and the throat, relaxing the throat. Coming to scan your whole face. Good, perfect. Your neck and your shoulders, feeling all the way down, back down to your heart, through the cervical, thoracic, lumbar spine, all the way back down to the sacrum, relaxing down your legs, bringing consciousness to your fingers and toes, and now feeling your arms as well, feeling your entire body activated and feeling, sensing all the information within and without. Simply feeling from a neutral point of view, from a deeply internal point of view, allowing each and every cell of your body to be activated and healed, and to sense what is within and that which is without, becoming illuminated and open, releasing any cellular memory that may have once served and may no longer anymore, and may be released and sent back to source. Breathing a few more deep breaths of release. Simply feeling your body as if you are experiencing it for the first time. Without any past or future experience, there is simply here and now in the body and soul. Good, good, good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Taking a moment to simply feel and stay in the stillness. Every muscle relaxed. Any that may still be holding on, we simply keep loving into lightness. Releasing all memory of what we think it is to be human. Feeling the body making room for your soul to permeate every cell of your body. The illuminated version of yourself. The higher, grander self. Your divinity to flow through you and heal every single moving, living, breathing aspect of you. Sitting and feeling. Yourself for nurturing yourself to this new level. I invite you to bring your hands to your heart center. You can gently rub your sternum, your chest, if you like, in circles. Feel what it's like to do little circles in one direction. And then the other direction. Good. And just tell your own heart, thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you, love you, love you. I'm always here for you. And I'm here with you now, my body and soul. Opening your eyes, softly integrating the new sensations of your body into the now, into your surroundings. I invite you to rebirth yourself into this life, experiencing and looking at life from a new view, where you consistently come back to the source of your center and experience in the present moment. And that is how the opening meditation and first practice that I will leave you with is done. How did you feel today? Oh, wonderful. So, I'm going to ask you, how does your inflammation feel on a scale of 1 to 10? That's what I thought. And how was that when you came in today? So that's quite a significant difference, isn't it? Excellent. Good. Definitely stay hydrated, okay? Yes. You'd like to book another appointment already? All right, sure, why not? Yes, I definitely recommend a checkup, and we can go more deeply next time into whatever is required. I can share with you the next more advanced exercises. So, but if you'd like to come in 2 weeks, there's no harm at all. You're just fast tracking to deeper health. You feel very called to. Excellent, good for you. So, yes, we have an opening right there on the Thursday, Friday morning at 11, or evening between 5 and 7, could come at 5 or 6. Okay, all right, fine. Perfect. And would you like to go home with the oil or the bath salt? Okay, the oil. You already have some bath salts, and when you're done, you'd like to try this one. Wonderful. So here's that. Yes. All right, perfect. And we are done for today. You're all checked out and ready to go, and I look forward very much to seeing you in 2 weeks. It was so pleasant to spend this time with you. I'm so appreciative of your receptivity, and I'm so happy that you're already feeling better. I promise that consistent nurturing of yourself in this way will completely change your life and experience of your body. and more. Excellent. Great to meet you. You have a beautiful evening. Until next time.